Cardio, the thing everybody doesn't like. Cardio, the thing that professional people at the gym say they absolutely hate. Cardio, what do you do? Some people don't know what to do, and doing it wrong doesn't get you any weight loss. My name's Nick Tabor, I'm a personal trainer, and if you want to do it, you got to do cardio right if you really want to lose weight. You want to lose weight, but you gotta do it right. How do you get through it? How do you do it correctly? Taking all questions and writing videos this week. I got a private message asking to explain the cardio process and what to do. How does it help with anxiety? How does it help with depression? Because it may be boring. It might be a little difficult. It might be strange. I don't know what to do. Okay, no worries. Not many people really get it, and they figure if they run like crazy for a half hour at full blast speed, they're going to lose weight. You don't want to do that. You want to put yourself in the cardio zone. When I first started, when I was losing weight, of course, what I try to go to the treadmill, and I'd walk on the treadmill or then go to full blast running on the treadmill and I had this thing for a while where I was trying to get the closest. I'm not the fastest person in the world, I've never been, but I was trying to get to do a 5K within a half an hour. And it took a while, I finally did it, but man, I was bare bones. Like, I had barely any fat on me. I was super skinny, kind of too skinny, honestly, and that's where I started picking up bodybuilding in order to build up some muscle and, so I didn't look like I didn't want to look like that guy that you saw in the old beach commercials, that really skinny guy who had that buff dude kick sand in his face. I didn't want to be that, but when I find out how to do cardio correctly, and when you know how to do it correctly, it can actually be quite enjoyable, and you just do what you gotta do. So, if where I started, it was just walking and, doing stuff on the treadmill, and I wasn't losing weight the right way. Some days I'd lose it, some days I didn't. Man, some days were great, some days were not. Some days I would be able to go in and I would be able to drop 2 pounds, and 2 pounds just like that. And then I'm like, wow, I dropped 2 pounds in one session. This is awesome. And other days, not nothing, But what you gotta do is you've gotta get your heart rate in the right place. You've gotta have it in the cardiac zone. So the cardiac zone is where you're 60 to 80% of your maximum heart rate. So the highest, well, I'll break this down very simply, okay? The highest rate that a human heart can go is 220 beats a minute. You do not want to get anywhere near that. Don't do that at all, okay? You take 220 minus your age, multiply that by 0.6, and then multiply that result by 0.8, and then you have that barrier that you need to do. Now, you need to do this every year, so I did a little math myself. I hope you could see this, but I did it for me. So I'm 35 years old, and, so 220 minus 35 is 185, multiplied by 0.6 is 111, and 185 multiplied by 0.8 is 148. So 111 to 148, if I'm in that zone for any more than 15 minutes, I am burning fat. I am retaining my muscle. If I go beyond that point, if you're above 100, for me as a 35-year-old, if I'm above 148 beats a minute, what happens is my body puts a protective barrier around my heart, and then it doesn't move. It doesn't do anything, and it starts pulling all the energy from my muscles. It starts pulling everything else, because if you are over 80% of your heart rate, there is a problem. If you're close to 200, there is an issue, and your body is going to storage, and you store fat for a reason, because we are in survival mode at that point. Starts ripping all the muscle in order to, like, the last ditch. Think of it like, you have a fallout shelter, and, you're pulling all the canned goods. You don't want to do that at all. You're pulling all the canned goods out, like, there's very little need to survive because you're panicking, and you bring that down. So if you want to lose weight, you got to stay within that barrier. So as you get older and older, the barrier gets lower and lower because you'll naturally be able to burn fat if you have something. So this helps with anxiety because then you don't have to exhaust yourself in order to burn fat. You just got to go ahead and give it time. Now, 20 to 30 minute range is really perfect if you're really busy. Anything above that for cardio, no more than an hour at the extreme points. But like 30 to 45 minutes, that's peachy keen. You're good. You're good there. So you do that and you make sure that the heart rate is between whatever barrier it is. So if I'm in the 120, 130 range, I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. I'm doing that. I do that for 45 and then I check to see what I can do. Now, if you are also like myself where you're doing the weights as well, do not do the weights after cardio. You do the weights before and then you do that so you build up the muscle and that pushes some of the fat out, not much, but you don't want to exhaust your muscles, right? You do the cardio for a while and your muscles are exhausted and you try to build them and you just don't do anything. That's not a good thing. So, where we are, right? You get the cardio last and then get your heart range. So you're like, Nick, yeah, but it's boring. With anxiety, depression, how does this help? Okay, so you're burning fat. You're obviously taking physical pressure off your body, so that's going to make you feel better. You learn to breathe easily and calmly as you're doing a very remedial task, whether it's a stair stepper or a treadmill or a bike or whatever. You're just taking it easy to flow. Easy going, no issue, no worries for that time period. When you're done, you move on. But we have beautiful things that go on with cardio is that you can, actually, I'm going to back up just a second. If you're very, very new to the gym, try to go 15 to 20 minutes. I said 30 to 45 after, but that's really for more if you've been to the gym a few months steadily and you can do, but listen to your body. In reality, you do not have, if you go more than 15 minutes, you're burning fat. But I'd say 30 to 45. If you can do it, great. If not, 15 to 30, you're good to go. You're good to go. So we have that heart rate going. And how do you keep it fun? What do you do? We've got wonderful things. You have the whole of human knowledge on a phone, which you are probably watching me do it right now, on this video, on this phone. So you have Spotify, Pandora, you have, the YouTube app is on all the phones. Use that app, watch videos. I like to do my cardio while watching Netflix. Right now, I'm actually going through a season of The Office that I completely skipped to see if there's anything. There's really not, but that's a side story. And there we are. So make the cardio fun, and if we get the right heart rate and the right amount of time, you'll do just fine. You breathe right, you lose fat, you take the pressure off, and you're good to go. All right now. So I hope this definitely helped. So for your question, if you made it this far in the video, put down in the comments what is your favorite cardio machine, when that is your go-to exercise, and how do you keep it fun as well. As always, I want you to go ahead and climb, and I'll see you in the next video right there.